Hard Mark Podcast.
Shrimp on the barbie. Shrimp on the barbie. Do you respect that? That's corruption. I could make a fake snake. You not pee in the pool. You not pee on the barbie. All of myself is clean.
Broadcasting from Molly's Gaming and Spirits, welcome to the Hard Mark Podcast, a show where I, Eric Donaldson, wrestling fan of over 30 years, introduce one match per episode to my co-host who has never watched wrestling. We talk about the backstory, we watch the match, and then we rank that match on our ever-growing list. The purpose of this show is twofold. First, to see what happens when someone who's never watched wrestling I don't know why I'm doing it angry, is introduced to its most notable matches. And secondly, as a window into the mind of the man of 54,097 compliments, the soul skater, the maitre d' of mat drama, the Tampa Bay topsider, the living painting, the talent, the fabulous fart fanboy, Flying Ryan Murphy. How's it going, Ryan?
It's good. It's good. And I appreciate the shout out to Molly's.
Yeah. Have you been back to Molly's Gaming and Spirits since your last?
I haven't not, but they probably need people out there.
They could probably use the patronage.
Well, also I think having no people also was part of the vibe. It's like one person who probably came there during the '80s and reliving that time, and it's like that's how I see it. So I don't know. It's special to me for that reason, and if it was popping, I don't know if I would go back. Is that
your favorite bar that you've been to out in Vegas so far?
It's my least favorite bar. I hate that bar.
Okay.
I wouldn't even recommend anyone go. But I love it. I do love it.
But it's close.
It's not close. It's right next to the dispenser area out there. That's literally the only reason there's a marijuana establishment right next door.
Oh, Ryan.
And almost attached to it is Molly's gaming.
Okay.
But don't go there expecting a drink because they will give you half a drink.
Right.
It's bright green. It's all syrup.
Do you think the reason that they gave you a shitty drink is because they knew that you are a fan of shitty country and you've never actually listened to Johnny Cash before?
I don't know. I don't know if it's country. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if it's country bar.
I think you give off big and rich vibes, and they're just fuck that guy, get him out of here. I think that's probably what it is.
Big and rich vibes, it wouldn't be the shittiest country. It's not giving off Jason Aldean vibes.
That's not even a name I'm familiar with.
See, exactly. And I even like Jason Aldean as a guy shitty country,
Jason Aldean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Really?
No, never even heard of this name before. He's no Bad Bunny.
He's no what?
He's no Bad Bunny.
I don't know.
Do you know Bad Bunny?
No.
Well, then there you go. So,
we're on opposite sides of
yeah. Big Bad Bunny fans up in Hedonism 4.
Yeah. I do think she didn't like me though. I don't know if she's the owner or the bartender. I don't think she wanted me in there. I had to ask to get in. Just ring the doorbell and so. But
bars with doorbells are always interesting in my experience. I've found.
Totally, I agree. It was interesting. So,
and he goes back every Thursday ever since then.
Yeah, well, I'll go back this weekend.
Yeah, well, let me know how it goes. Speaking of following up, because Ryan's going to follow up about his next experience at Molly's Gaming and Spirits, which is right next to the Spencer's Marijuana Dispensary. Not that Ryan goes there for anything like that. He just keeps tabs on all the, potheads that happen to be lurking about his town. But some follow-up for you, Ryan, from last episode, as a matter of fact. We were talking about theme parks. Specifically Knott's Berry Farm. And I made the recommendation, hey, if I'm organizing a theme park bro trip, I would probably go to Knott's Berry Farm. And then you were like, well, do they serve beer? And I was like, I don't know if they serve beer. I Googled it. It turns out you can just Google anything these days. Knott's Berry Farm does, in fact, serve beer, Ryan.
I would be surprised at any theme park, maybe aside from Disneyland, doesn't serve beer. I would think they would all serve it, right?
Probably, but the one thing, and I think this is probably true of many theme parks, most of them do not allow you to just walk freely about the park with your beer. There's a specific area that you that's the area you can drink beer in.
Yeah, even at this theme park,
Knott's Berry Farm, correct?
Yes.
Why is that funny?
No, I see like Knoxberry, but like yes,
Knoxberry.
Yeah. So. You ever been to Silverwood?
No. My wife has been and says that I'd probably enjoy it. I have never been to Silverwood. There is a person. Well, how do I want to phrase this? Do I want to phrase this? Hold on. Give me a moment. The only tie to Silverwood that I have is that someone that I knew, they went to Silverwood with another couple, and they went back to the hotel afterwards and started playing strip poker, and then they just stayed naked after playing strip poker with this other couple.
Okay, fine. I just have to ask a quick question. Okay. So now Silverwood is
You seem like you're having trouble thinking. Are you?
But I'm wondering, they stayed naked, as in they just fucked forever at Silverwood, or they just stayed? Were they awkward? Were they awkward together during strip poker? And that was a weird story that came out of that night. What? I don't understand.
I think the expectation would be that if you're playing strip poker, especially as part of a foursome, not foursome is sexual, but a foursome two couples, there's probably an expectation either, maybe there's, some swinging going on, or maybe both couples just kind of venture to their respective rooms and,
But how old were they when they played this?
Roughly around 30.
Oh, fuck. That's older than I thought. I was thinking 19, maybe
For sure not. No, definitely not.
Okay.
But no, so they stayed naked. So I think they were just doing casual things hey, do you want some dinner? Hey, I can cook up some eggs or whatever, but nude.
That's funny.
No one bothered putting clothes on afterwards. Short version is, I'm familiar with Silverwood. Go on, Brian.
No, that's all I needed. Just a good Silverwood story, but that's one theme park that I was 12 when I went there. I just didn't know.
Is it any good? Would you recommend it to a theme park lover like myself?
It's supposed to have the two biggest wooden roller coasters in the Pacific Northwest. It does
Well, that's not even.
Have you been there?
No, but what other fucking theme parks are there in the Pacific Northwest? There's fucking Wild Waves.
I don't know. They just that's a big advertising thing, and they're pretty big, And I do have some pictures of me on those roller coasters when I was 11. And puka shell necklace,
Was this pre or post cornrows?
Oh, cornrows. I probably post. But, it was depending on, the Allen Iverson, era, where was that falling? I'd have to look. But,
yeah, big in the Snohomish white kid community.
Oh, it's huge. It was huge.
Yeah. big deal. Well, welcome, everybody. Welcome to episode 46 of the Hard Mark Podcast. I don't know. I just already said welcome, but welcome again. I appreciate everybody taking the time on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, wherever you happen to be joining in from. Sit a spell. Enjoy us talking about some stuff, and then eventually getting into some wrestle talk. We're ways out from that. We usually start around 30, 40 minutes in. So if that's what you're here for, jump ahead, or just enjoy the banter, the big banter between the talent and myself. So with that in mind, Ryan, let's see here. What do I want to talk about? So, okay, actually, this is something that kind of ties in with a lingering subject of the past few episodes. So we've got our big Stein holding contest scheduled for Memorial Day weekend.
Fuck yeah, I'm really excited for that.
I don't think I told you this. Maybe not. Did I tell you that I sort of injured my shoulder recently working out?
Shoulder's fine.
Well, I have a genetic condition. I'm pretty sure. I don't know that I do, but I'm fairly certain that I do. My dad does. My dad's missing a bone in both of his shoulders. And so, yes, he's had MRIs done. is he started having shoulder issues eventually in his life, and then they did an MRI on both shoulders. He's missing a bone there. I've long suspected that I have this same condition, but it didn't really start affecting him in any noticeable way until he was like in his 40s, which I'm not there yet, but I'm encroaching upon that. I noticed the other day I was doing, and I'm sure I don't need to explain this exercise to you, Ryan, being the fitness buff that you are, but I was doing Arnold presses.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's funny.
We just kind of be a dick, but like, it's all good.
But I was doing Arnold. Well, I mean, you know, I know people can't see you, Ryan. So can you explain to the hard Markomaniacs what an Arnold press is?
Well, I could. It's one of my least favorite workouts, so I don't really go that. Yeah, I don't want to ruin it for people who love it.
Okay,
but
not that this matters at all. But basically, you start out kind of as if you were doing like a curl. So like, you know how kind of the finishing point of the curl is the weight's kind of up against your chest. You start like that, and then you twist your arm 180 degrees and you press the weight above your head. I was doing that and I could feel clicking in my right shoulder. This was a few weeks ago. And then since then, even with like no weight, if I would do that motion, it'd be very painful. I felt like I had very limited sort of strength and mobility doing that. It's getting better. I think that I'll be 100%. I'm not saying this to kind of give myself an out if some miracle was to take place and you beat me in the Steinholy contest. That's neither here nor there.
See, that's what I think you're doing. First of all, like very clearly, immediately after. Okay, that's what you're doing. But we'll pass that. I will still win, even if you're at 100%. But is that workout necessary? It doesn't sound like.
I'm not doing it anymore. It was something that I had been doing and really hadn't experienced any issues. I have since purged that workout from my routine. I've replaced it with shrugs, just so you're aware.
I also don't do that workout either, so just...
Have you... quick note, and this isn't where I was going with this. Your gym memberships still ongoing?
Yes. Yes, they are.
when have you visited the gym since last time I asked you?
My dad was like railing on me for fucking not canceling his gym membership. He was like, I fucking knew it. Like I knew like this would, you know, like you even bought month to month, you still. So yeah, I heard about it all Thanksgiving weekend. I still have it. But I feel like I'll go. Okay.
So you're not even leaning towards canceling. You're leaning towards, I'm going to make the time and go.
Yeah, I think like. I hate to be the January 1st guy, but I think, you know, after this nice vacation up in Washington, after, you know, there's a lot of things I got to do. I'm going to eat duck. I got to eat fatty food. I'm going to probably smoke. I'm going to do a lot of things that aren't really healthy. I'm going to come back here to Vegas. I'm going to be a new man. I'm going to go to the gym. So
I can't wait to see ripped to death, Ryan. Not that you're already not ripped to death, but somehow even more ripped to death.
Well, I think we're going to do, you know, when I come back up there, if I am not ripped to death, that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna postpone the final presentation till March.
Final presentation.
Yeah.
What are you inferring that there's going to be like a fucking swimsuit shoot or something, or what's happening? What are you presenting? I
don't want the expectations to be set. I want a low bar in December, and then I'm really gonna shoot up for March.
You're a big pool guy.
Big swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been one who wears Speedos?
I've not.
That's a shame. That's too bad. Maybe ripped to death Ryan could be Speedo guy.
Later, yeah. We'll see, but no. In my past life, I've not.
Did you ever do like swimming sports as a kid? Like diving, like anything like that?
No, I was a lifeguard, and I won a swimming competition, but I was like 16.
In shorts, not even in a Speedo.
In shorts,
wow.
In like a recreational environment. I was probably swimming against like 6-year-olds too, part of that. Like, but I beat one of my buddies who was like, you know, my age. And from that point on, I was like, I'm a great swimmer and I should lifeguard swim instructor. That really, the trajectory of my life changed after I won that race.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I mean, your body shape and smoothness reminds me of an otter. So I think that's how you can so easily, gracefully just glide through the water. It's your otter-like body.
I'm not like totally offended by that. Like that's fine. I think I can't really like fully picture. Like I mean, I like otters. I think they're great swimmers.
Who doesn't like otters? Everybody likes otters.
Exactly. So
We got really off topic. So basically what I'm getting to is I've been trying to spend more gym time, trying to get into better shape, although my eating habits have been poor. So there's that. But I've been trying to at least pump some iron, kind of get into that mindset. Also, another thing, after I broke the elliptical that you so graciously helped me get into my home many years ago at this point, I pulled the trigger. I was like, you know what? If I'm really taking this seriously, my fitness, trying to lose some lbs, I gotta get another elliptical. And so I pulled the trigger. That's this coming Tuesday. I will be having another elliptical sent to my home.
Whose truck?
No, it's I'm not doing the offer up thing.
Is it Colton's new truck? Is it his Tesla truck that you bought?
Yeah.
You pre-ordered it?
He's a dual Tesla home.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting it shipped. It's getting delivered from Amazon. So this is like delivered to the home. I'm not doing the offer up thing. I've heard, and I tried looking a little bit, I've heard that with the pandemic and everything, a lot of home fitness equipment hard to come by in this day and age. So I just decided I'm going to get a brand new piece of equipment straight from Amazon.
Nice.
So this is all a roundabout way of asking you the question that I'm trying to get to, Ryan. So I need to motivate myself. I need to basically just get my rear in gear so that I'm prepared mentally, physically, spiritually. I'm getting a new phone. And this is starting to sound like I'm fucking bragging about things that I'm getting. This isn't that. But on my new phone, what should my alarm be? What should the song be to fucking pump myself up in the morning?
I have no fucking idea. For the last 10 years, I've just listened to a default alarm one, and I hate it. I end up hating it. Like, do you have a song on your?
I have in the past. Right now, I don't. Right now, I just have the default, bullshit, whatever.
Yeah.
But like,
maybe you're right. This could be like, how do you even do that anymore? I know like back in 2007, you could have like
you can
download a ringtone or a playback or whatever.
If you download a music file and then just have it stored on your phone, you can set your phone alarm or, ringer or whatever to that file.
So if I download a song on Spotify, can I then take that? Because I know it's downloaded to your phone, but can you use it for your alarm?
I can't speak to Spotify or not, but maybe. I don't know for sure.
What are you talking about downloading? Like, are you on some LimeWire shit? Like?
Sort of, kind of. But I mean, I suspect if you had something like an iTunes, for example, and you bought a song, now you have the MP3 of that song, right? The actual MP3 file of that song. I don't know if Spotify's supplying you. We sound like fucking old ass people right now. But if you had the MP3 file of the song from whatever source, whether it be legal or otherwise, you could then probably just like email it to yourself or whatever, or fucking tap your Apple devices together and share whatever. Anyway, if you got this MP3 file on your phone, you could set it as your alarm. And I have every intention of doing this with my new phone, but I was coming to you for like ideas of what that should be, but you're fucking not giving me anything.
So there's a song that I won't state because, it's not like this song at work. Like, it's just a song I found on Spotify, and like, I fucking love this song. I could listen to the song on repeat when I'm like getting into like some spreadsheets or whatever. I need to do some work. I fucking put my headphones in and I listen to this song.
Okay. You can't do that. What's the song?
I'll have to get my phone out.
You don't know the name of the song? Or who it's by? Or you're just not wanting to say it?
No, I just like... It's just a song. It's just my song, Eric. It's my song.
No. Okay, I told you the Silverwood story earlier. You have to disclose the fucking song.
That wasn't about you. That was about your friend.
Why are you so embarrassed about this song, Ryan? What's the song?
It's not. I like the song. It's just a new song. It's probably for someone. It's probably these Gen Z. I'm old school, right? And now I got this like new shit coming in.
I will not drop this topic unless I hear the name of this song, Ryan.
Well, I have to get my phone. So
I don't believe that. I believe that you know the name of the song, and if at the very minimum, you know the artist.
It's besides the point. Beside the point.
It's not. No, you went on a 2-minute tangent about how fucking great this song was, how much you love the song. You can't just do that and then refuse to say the song.
It's otherwise like become a thing. Like
this has became a thing because you made it a thing. For the Markomaniacs, I have have to just get you to.
Here's the thing. I know if I say this song, it's going to be like the new theme song every time this podcast fucking runs.
I'm not paying for the music rights on this, Ryan. So you can.
You will pay for the music rights. I know you will. You'll drop whatever. It'll come out of your own pocket.
Markomaniacs, please buy a T-shirt so we can buy the rights to whatever fucking song this is that Ryan's been listening to at work. You got okay? What the fuck? Just tell us what the song is.
I think it's called Sweet Sour.
Sweet Sour.
Sweet Sour by I think his name's Nick D.
Nick D. Sweet and Sour.
But there is just, Eric, I'm telling you, like, there's something about this song. Like, I don't really like the artist that much. I don't like his other songs, but this song just gets me fucking pumped. You know, like. Okay, I need to see what all the fuss is about. Let's see. Ordinarily, I'm very laser focused on our conversations, but this you fucking built this up to such a degree now. I didn't mean to build. I just like you're talking about a wake up song, and I don't really want to put this as a way. It'll ruin it, but like this song, I can't get out of my head. Nick D. Oh, here we go. Lyrics. I don't think. I'm getting a DocuSign ad. Hold on. I'm just gonna read the lyrics. 1 second. Okay, I'm listening right now. There's just some Eric. It's just. You have the worst taste in music of anyone I've ever met. Oh, God damn it, Eric. You were wondering why, like, I didn't want to, like, bring this up. You love me, not damn, the world was ours. It's starting to sink in. I won't be long, very long. Oh, la 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 la. Got the car parked in the parking lot of a Walmart. Trying to figure out why it won't start. Alarm goes off when I turn the key. Girl ain't emergency, just a little burden. About to fix it with no urgency. This song fucking sucks, Ryan. See, Eric, this is why I'll never come clean to you again about a new song that I cannot get out of my head. You should have that as your fucking alarm song. I bet you go to the pool then. There's something about this fucking song, Eric. I just cannot get out of my head. Like, I love that little, like, Yeah. Oh, la 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 la. That part? Yeah, that's not it, Eric. That's not it. You're picking up the wrong parts of the song. Okay, sorry. Nick D. If you liked my interpretation of Nick D. Sweet and Sour, you can find it on Spotify, Apple. And don't worry, it'll be on the opening of every podcast. I guarantee it won't. That is the only reference to that song you were going. Maybe at most people are going to hear me sing it. Were you just following the lyrics, or were you? Yeah, the lyrics were up on the screen. Okay. Yeah. Could you even tell the difference between the song and me singing? I hope the YouTube of this episode doesn't get flagged for copyright strike because I sounded so close to Nick D. That's the kind of thing I need in the morning. I got to pop up, I got to get. Unfortunately, it would ruin one of the greatest songs that has been. You think that over time you would grow to hate the song? I haven't grown to hate it yet, Eric. I have not grown to hate it, and I like that song. I knew you were going to say what you're going to say. That's why I tried to avoid giving it to you. I knew it. I get it, Eric. But I can't stop. Like, I can't stop with that thing. You know what? Whatever floats your boat, Ryan, I don't have a problem with. That song sucks, but you know what? I can honestly say, I don't think any less of your musical taste. I don't know if I've even shared musically like what I like. I know that you've liked what you've described for yourself as being quote-unquote shitty country. Yes, I have. That's got to be it, though. Then this very much falls in line with that. Except it's not country, but it is pretty shitty. Okay. You can't even compare it to Jason Aldean because you don't even know shitty country. Oh my gosh, I don't have patience for that right now. Anyway, right now I'm leaning towards Eye of the Tiger. If you think of anything else, fucking let me know and I'll consider it. But yeah, I just need something to like pump myself up. Hop on the elliptical. Pump some iron. Do that sort of thing. I'm even going to give you a little bicep action. Look at that. Look at that right there. Yeah, Eye of the Tiger. Nice pick. Thanks, man. All right, let's go back. Let's see what else is on my mind, Ryan, besides
Sweet and sour.
Did you even listen to the song, or did you just read the lyrics?
I was listening to the song. What do you think that I would like the song more if I listened to it? Because I guarantee you that I wouldn't. But I did listen to it.
I just heard you reading out everything. I just want to make sure. When you were reading out the was it that part of the song?
Yeah.
Were you ahead?
I was trying to go with him, but
But you jumped ahead and you just missed it.
No, I didn't jump ahead. I was with him, but his rhythm threw me off at Nick D. He's got such complex flow. I can't keep track of Nick D's flow. It's very complicated. Yeah. Those right. Damn kids and their complicated flows. Here's a question for you, Ryan. Last time, what was it that we asked you? Farts. Last time we asked you about farts. Yeah. And it turns out Ryan, he loves farting. Big time. He Dutch ovens himself before bed every night. Something that kind of, on the scatological category, something I would ask you about. When you were a kid, I'm sure at the very least you knew children that were like this, but did you ever eat boogers?
No, I still don't.
I still don't. Well, that's good. That's good. I also never ate boogers either as a kid, but I did know one who I think actually does listen to the podcast. Hi, Alex. But yeah, I know of children who have eaten boogers, but that always fucking grossed me out.
I don't know what the urge is for that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because there's a lot of kids that do that eat their own boogers, but why would you ever want to? I think I've accidentally had a booger in my mouth. It's very salty. I did not like it.
There's a TikTok today.
Oh God!
About this teacher, and he's doing kind of impressions of the students and what they say and ridiculous stuff, blah blah blah. And while he's doing this impression, he's the student's got his finger in his nose and goes right to his mouth, but then pulls it away. And can't really help it, but kind of brings it back and pulls it away again. It's like this compulsive act that they can't really. For me, I don't know, that it never seemed appealing. Why would you eat that?
Yeah,
you know?
No, I'm the same. I'm the same way. But at the same time, I think there are people who, and I remember hearing a podcast where people are talking about this. Some people also don't pick their nose.
When you get a good pick, that could be life changing.
I don't understand how someone wouldn't pick their I know you can blow your nose to get boogers out.
It's not the same.
But it's not the same. It's not. There's not a level of efficiency that you're getting by just cramming a digit up there.
Relief,
right?
When you get it out, there's just not blowing your nose is fine, but especially that's snot, you can see
I like how you pulled it back for a second, you weren't sure if you wanted to say snot on the air.
Well, I just talked about Nick D, so I don't know how many things it's just it. But when you really get a good you pull out, you clear your nose with one big that's relieving. Not the same as blowing your nose.
No, yeah, I'm the same way. And in fact, if anyone was to ever check the underside of my car seat or something, you'd just find a treasure trove of boogers right there.
Dude, Eric, and this is why you're a bold guy. I feel like a lot of people honestly could probably say the same thing, but not many would actually say it.
Yeah.
There's a certain place where you just hide that stuff.
See, I need to. I know when I have weaknesses and things that I need to improve. I'm good about the idea that I do not eat boogers. I will never on purpose eat a booger.
Well,
I don't care who I offend with saying that.
I don't want to interrupt, but maybe that's part of why people instead of I don't want to hide it, they just eat it.
Oh,
I'm a hider. I would be a hider. Fuck that. I'm not gonna eat it. It's gross. That's not gross to hide it either, but it's funny because no one can just walk up and get a napkin or something, right. Or it's hiding people, and I bet the majority of the world does that shit.
Markomaniacs, email us hardmarkpodcast@gmail.com if you have any insight into the psyche of booger eaters. I want to hear it. We want to follow up on this topic. From anyone who has firsthand, secondhand experience, we want to hear from you. Let us know. But that's a good point. If you don't have a place to hide it that you feel is socially acceptable, just pop it in your mouth and just, Eat it like a Pez.
Fucking gross, man. Like, just like don't like.
But I am bad about just like wiping my boogers places. That I'm bad at. That's like one of my worst habits, I would say, as like a human being.
It totally happened. Even for people who are good with it, like I would like say like God, I don't know where we're at right now.
We're going places, baby.
But like, of course, like ideally it would be nice to have like a napkin or tissue and like you just garbage it. But like sometimes you don't have that luxury and you have to get rid of it and you can't just let us, right under your couch, like area or right under your car seat, like, like you're right. It's fucking disgusting. It's gold mine though. Like you don't want to go under there. And I try to like, if I like sell anything, I try to like, or I'm always like, I'll go back and clean that eventually. But like, how often do you like go back?
Like I'm feeling underneath my desk that I'm broadcasting at right now, and I can feel multiple boogers there right now.
Oh, Eric, you're doing it a lot.
I am doing it a lot. I'm doing it a lot.
You work there though. You work there.
I work. I play. I mean, and like for me, like realistically, there's no excuse. I literally have a box of Kleenex right next to me. I could just pull out the Kleenex, wipe the booger on it, throw it away. But I don't do that. I just wipe it under the desk underneath me. And that's, you know what? As long as we're setting things like, hey, what's your resolution? I think it's still early enough where we can get away with doing that. My resolution is to no longer wipe boogers on things that aren't, throwawayable.
That's nice that that's your resolution, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's built into you now. Like, that's just, like, you could try to be better. You can, but, like, next year, you're going to feel under that desk and be like, damn, like, I fucked up. Like, I fucked up again.
When I was a kid, so I had, like, a little end table thing next to my bed, and I wiped so many boogers on that. I remember there was a point where I was like, okay, I got to clean these boogers off because this is gross. Someone's going to see this. We need to get rid of it. I remember trying to like pick the crust. This is great. God. This is a great conversation for people. Hopefully everyone's eating this over the dinner table. But I would try to pick off the crusted up boogers on the side of this end table, and it would peel the paint off. And like there was like a blue paint underneath this brown end table that was then visible after the boogers would be picked off.
See, this makes me feel like I thought I was like bad, and I really do try not to do it. I know like I'm like I do this, I'm gonna go back, and I never go back. I never go back for sure. But I didn't realize. I don't think even like if I had like. If I swipe any surface in here, there's not going to be fucking, like, it's not going to peel off the paint, oh, that's fun. Hey, you have a problem.
I drink a lot of milk, okay? You're lactose intolerant. My boogers are fucking solid. They've got potency to them.
Brutal. But you're a good man. You come on here, you state your problems.
Yeah.
Like a man.
Like a man. I take ownership. I shouldn't do it, but I do it, and I'm trying to get better. That's all we can do is be better people than we were the previous day. I'm going to try and wipe less boogers on surfaces than I did the last day.
Have to fix it with no urgency.
Right, exactly. And it's like, you know what? I might slip and I might fall, but it's not a matter of not wiping your boogers on things. It's a matter of how many times can you stop wiping the boogers and get back up. I don't know how that Rocky quote would equate in this scenario, but somehow it does. Yeah. Somehow it does.
For sure.
And we'll get there.
Yep.
Speaking of noses, Ryan, I'm hitting you with all the hits. One time when I was a kid, Ryan, I remember my parents, they had gone. They were out for the day. And so my older sister was babysitting me and my younger sibling. My younger sister. And so my older sister is like 6 or 7 years older than me. My younger sister is like 6 years younger. So it's a pretty substantial gap between each of my siblings. And so my older sister, she makes spaghetti for me and my little sister for lunch that day. And I remember we have the spaghetti. It's pretty good. We finish up the meal. We go back out to I was probably playing video games or watching TV or something. And all of a sudden I felt like a tickle in the back of my nose. And I'm like, what's going on here? And so I go to the bathroom and I start fishing stuff out, which, by the way, and let this tie in with the previous subject, everybody, because anyone who doesn't pick their nose, like you think you're above those of us that do, here's a reason why you're not. And something that you're not just gonna, be able to get out by a casual blow every now and again. But I started fishing around in that nostril, right? I think it was my right nostril. And I felt something in there, and I pull out like half of a spaghetti noodle from my nose. This really happened. This is a real thing that happened to me one time. I pulled the spaghetti noodle out of my nostril. Have you ever pulled the food out of your nose before?
No, I haven't. But it's got, like, I don't know how you sucked it down through your sinuses that way, but I've seen people, like, they try to put, like, one noodle up one nostril and then...
Oh, what? Okay, I wasn't trying to do it, for the record. I was not attempting...
No, I know, but, like, it's totally a thing you see. And, like, play with it between... pull
Wait, you've seen this?
I feel like you could do it even through your eyeball. Like, you can, it's not shocking to me that this happened. You probably, like, scarfed down some noodles, like, too quickly. You, like, sucked one up. Maybe you sneezed or something, and then you had a little, like...
No, I believe that, but where the fuck are you seeing people that are flossing noodles through both of their nostrils, right? Is this another TikTok thing?
I'm fucking completely blown away right now. The most blown away I've been in this entire few-year podcast that you've never seen this. Like, someone sticking a noodle up their nose and, like, pulling it out the other side.
Yuck,
like,
that's fucking gross, dude.
Really? No?
I don't know...
I've never done it. I don't like that feeling.
Is this an internet thing you're talking about, or have you seen people do this in life?
Is this an internet thing? What is not on the internet now, Eric? Like,
I thought this is just how you guys pass the time on Tuesdays at the Vegas house.
No, but, like, it's not that uncommon on the internet. Like, I am a little shocked to someone who grew up in the 80s with the internet in full force. Like, when noodle nose would be a prime, like, cool thing to do, like, you haven't seen it. Like,
I guess I was too busy. So, I mean, you're right. I kind of saw the infancy of the internet and all of it explode. Actually, that's another thing that I wanted to kind of get your impressions on. Clearly, you're very knowledgeable about noodles in people's noses. Where were you at when, like, all of the, like, disgusting internet stuff was happening that, like, people were trying to show each other and, like, gross each other out with? Like, what are your memories of that time of the internet?
I think it was, like, the early 2000s, like, late 90s, early 2000s.
Sure.
Like, there was, like, Rotten.com.
Yes.
I think that was, yeah. Okay, so you're...
I'm very familiar with Rotten.com. I remember specifically, so I had just moved out on my own when, like, 2 Girls, 1 Cup started.
I think I saw that on X videos.
Okay.
I believe it wasn't even, like, an early, like, I think I had to, like, go look for it because I wanted... and it's not because, like, I don't know, that video never really appealed to me. Like, I knew what it was. Like, that was a big thing, but, like, I didn't really... But then I, like, had to see it,
Sure, I don't think it appealed to most people.
No, it didn't, but, like, I didn't see it. You had, like, E-Bombs World, which could have been on, or, like...
I couldn't get through the whole thing. I got through maybe, like, a minute or two and had to turn it off.
I don't like that stuff. I really don't. Like,
Poo-poo stuff?
Like, yeah, I don't. And it just, like... Like, I just don't like it. Like, I don't... It's something I don't even want to see as, like, a funny, like, joke. Like, but I did. It had such a big name at the time. Like, that was, like, pop culture. Like, 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh, for sure.
For a while, I had to check it. And then it was, that was it. I think I saw it once. And you would have been, like, 10? 11? Around that time? It was the early 2000s, so yeah, 10 to 15, like, somewhere around
Jesus
there.
Jesus Christ, dude, that's young to fucking see 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Other things around that same time frame, I remember I wrote down, because I actually wanted to talk to you about this at some point in time. Seems as good a time as any. But, like, other things of that era, I remember, and a lot of these were just images. A lot of them weren't even, like, videos at the time. But, like, Tub Girl, I remember.
Oh, that was a Rotten.com classic, right? Like, that's the
Rotten.com classic.
That was
probably one of the more popular ones, yeah. Tub Girl. Lemon Party. Do you remember Lemon Party?
That's not the Lemon Tree porno, right? Like,
no, it's just it's an image of, I think it's like 2 or 3 old men, 1 old lady. They're all naked. The old man's, like, laying down with a boner, and, like, some people are, like, sucking him, and then other people are, like, tongue kissing him and stuff like that.
No,
You missed that one?
No, yeah, I haven't seen there, but there was a classic like Lemon Girl porn where they go like outside to take stuff off the lemon tree. It sounds like this was some sort of weird porn. Like,
sounds pleasant.
It was more pleasant than what you're describing here, yeah. But it was like it's a classic. It's a classic like porno. Like if you haven't seen it, like it's like a probably a 2000s like classic porn. Like so. Okay, no, I'm not. There, like check it out.
Heather, we're saddling up tonight. We're going to watch The Lemon Tree.
Yeah. I think that might be what it's called.
Okay, well, perfect. Well, that's easy to find. One other thing, actually, around that same era that I wanted to see if you had any memories of as well from that early internet sort of Wild West boom. Screamers.
I don't know the name.
You never saw okay, maybe I need to be more descriptive. So I remember there was a few Screamers specifically that were like super, super popular, and I fucking hated
like the
them all.
Jump out at you, like the German car video.
Yes, the German car video.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
There was that one. There was also one where it was like a game, like a flash game, where you were trying to navigate this little dot, this little pixel through mazes. And you went through a couple of mazes, and then there was like this third maze where it got like super, super narrow. So you had to really like move in close on the screen to like see what was going on. And they also like made you turn your speakers up so you could like hear like music or some shit like that. And so you'd be like really close to the monitor.
Yeah.
Yes, your volume on your speakers would be turned all the way up, and then all of a sudden like Exorcist face screaming lady.
So that stuff really got you, you know.
I hated it. I to this day I hate jump scares.
Yeah. No, it really did. Like I know what you're talking. I mean, that one I don't know. I don't remember the game, but I do remember that German car. And like this was early internet. Like this was shocking stuff. Like
yeah,
it wasn't like today. And then you was scare the shit out of you. Like it really got you. Like there's a little trauma.
I recently saw parents replicating the whole Screamer thing, except for they had like this giant TV. Like this TV had to be close to 100 inches, mounted up on their wall. They're having their kids do the maze thing, and then the Screamer thing showed up to like scare the shit out. And like they did that to their own kids, and I was just like, what the fuck? There's
still like videos today where they kind of do it, like, and like it'll be like you're watching, it's like my kid playing baseball, and then like you're kind of behind the like umpire, and they hit the ball. It's like a foul ball, goes right into the camera, and it still makes you jump. It's not the same thing, but like that little like jump tactic still like somehow in 2021,
right?
Still can get to you. So
well, nobody learned from the horror lessons of the past when they perfected the horror genre with movies like The Dentist, which didn't have to rely on jump scares and cheap thrills. Okay,
that was real horror.
It was real horror, down and dirty. Like everyone considers like the real classics of the horror genre. You've got Halloween, you've got The Exorcist, you've got The Dentist, starring Corbin Burnson.
Okay, have you watched The Dentist, Eric? You talk a lot of shit about The Dentist.
Yeah,
but I don't think you've ever actually watched it. Like,
you were correct. I've not seen The Dentist.
Yeah, well, see, there you go. Like, Eric, maybe this bumps up on your list. You go from, like, 3 to 2. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. Good, great. The Dentist 2, I think it was.
Oh, Dentist 2.
I think it was a second one of the 1 to 2 part series. Or maybe 3-part series. I don't know. Like,
would I be lost about the plot of Dentist 2 if I had not seen Dentist 1? Would I be...
I don't think so. I think you'd be just fine.
Can you give the Markomaniacs a quick summary, the plot of Dentist 2, to your recollection?
It plays... From what I recall, it plays on, like, some of your fucking, like, fears, like going to the dentist and like having all those tools and working on your, like, and that's what it plays on.
That just, okay. And so in what way is it different than Dentist 1 then? Because I would assume Dentist 1 would be doing those same
you're
things.
Asking to begin, I don't recall. Like,
that's
I think they were both, like, pretty, it's possible that Dentist 1 was even better. I don't know. I just, like, check them out both for yourself. That's what it plays on, and it left an impression on my heart. So
what you're saying is that you would love to guest on Watching It with Robert Donnell. Robert Donnell, if you guys are ever doing a Dentist 2 episode, Ryan will be first one there, giving you all the hot insight on Corbin Burnson. and all the things going on with the dentist.
I will be there. I will be there in your studio. I'll fly up. We'll make this happen.
For the low cost of $300, he will be there. Just cover his air and trans.
Have to cover my, they can cover it.
They got it in the budget.
Yeah,
they got merch coming out.
Yeah, you got to write things in. You want big guests? Popular activity. You got to think.
That's right. You got to spend money to make money. Everybody. Let's talk. Let's get into wrestling, Ryan. Let's talk about men grappling men. Something I wish I could do to you right now if I could just wring your little neck. But
I'm not expecting much. I think we've had some really good. I'm wondering what this is going to be about. I'm curious, what this week could bring.
You're not expecting much? Why would you not be expecting much?
I just think we've run up with a couple of good matches, and now I feel like you're going to fucking throw a shitty match in here.
Have we been doing good matches? I don't even know if the top. Okay, last one was the triple threat. Before that was.
I think we had one before that.
Hulk Hogan turned heel. Hulk Hogan became a bad guy. Before that.
Thank you, Eric. All right.
You're welcome. I guess. But okay, so this match. So let's get into the wrestling here. Today's match, Ryan, is going to be featuring two men that we are very well acquainted with. Our first competitor is Bret Hitman Hart, one of our favorites here at the Hard Mark Podcast. And let me just double check that my notes are accurate. Yes, 2 of our top 10 matches feature Bret Hart. So he has been someone that you have liked, you have enjoyed his performances. I said in an earlier episode that in my opinion, I think Bret Hart may be the greatest wrestler of all time. So
I only put him in the top 10. So
and there's still more science to be done. But to kind of talk a little bit more about Bret, so by 1996. Bret had established himself as one of the top stars of the WWF. Alongside Shawn Michaels, your favorite, the ever humble Shawn, Playgirl centerfold Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker, Bret had helped carry the load after the departure of Hulk Hogan, and he was one of the primary men responsible for reshaping what fans expected to see on WWF shows. But by the summer of that year, of 1996, Bret was starting to get a little burnt out. After 12 years with the company, minimal time at home, and positioned as a top star for that latter half, Bret decided to take a few months away, spending time with his family, and trying his hand at acting. So, little update on Bret Hitman Hart, some well-deserved R&R after a good decade or so on the road. Now, during this time away, relative WWF newcomer and 1996 King of the Ring winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I take it back. I take back what I said. My bad. I jumped on this too early, and that's wrong. But got a couple of good guys in this match.
I'm trying to really escalate things to an even higher level, if that was at all possible. Okay. So Stone Cold Steve Austin began to taunt Bret, challenging Bret to a match, with Austin claiming that he was in fact the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, using the Hitman's own catchphrase for himself. Bret would return to the WWF in the fall of 96 and promptly accepted Austin's challenge for a match at that year's Survivor Series, which let's actually watch an interview segment with both of those men just to give you some flavoring of this rivalry, Ryan. So I'll send you that link right now. Have you ever heard the song Nick D, Sweet and Sour? It seems pretty good.
Is that the intro to this match?
Yeah, that's the intro to this match.
I was just... The lyrics were just in my head. I'm gonna have to justify this somehow and
That was a bad song, even for your standards.
It's not a bad song, Eric.
I'll give it another.
You're shitting on it because you that's what you do.
It's kind of a pussy song.
Got the car parked in the parking lot of a Walmart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good.
Lyrical genius. Deep. It's like Kanye West.
Hella Kanye. He sounds white. Is he a white guy? He might be white.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's all Ryan listens to. White guy rap.
All right.
Let me know when you start the video.
It's ready to start.
Yeah, go ahead, start.
I'll be the first one to say that Steve Austin Stone Cold is a great wrestler, and I knew immediately upon seeing him that I was going to be dealing with a very, very tough wrestler. But as far as he had nothing to do with my decision to step back from wrestling.
It's
Basically, loosely translated, you're saying, yes, Vince, I'm afraid Stone Cold is going to kick my ass. That's what you're saying. Here's the deal. Win, lose, draw, Bret, it ain't over. It ain't over. You're never going to get through with Stone Cold Steve Austin. You're going to have to kill me first, son, and that's the bottom line, and it's the truth. Win, lose, or draw, I will always be on your ass.
Well, that's why I'm the excellence of execution.
Yeah, whatever.
You wear a hood while you get assassinated.
I'm the best there is, I'm the best there was, and I'm the best there ever will be, and you're going to find that out firsthand, son.
So, I think for me, the biggest takeaway from all that was how humble Bret Hitman Hart was and how not humble Stone Cold Steve Austin was.
100%. Like, I mean, I guess that was too easy of a takeaway if I had to, like...
Too easy! I mean, if I may say so myself, Stone Cold Steve Austin sort of had a camping Ryan swagger to him.
A camping Ryan?
Yeah, not just regular Ryan. We're talking camping Ryan. His big dick swinging in the woods, dragging through the dirt. Yeah. I
mean, here's one thing I'll say, though. Towards the end, they did cut off Bret Hart.
They did.
Which was some bull... And then Steve Austin got like upset by that by saying, you can't cut me off.
Yeah.
Which they didn't even cut him off. And he like took it out of the production guy with 2 ladders.
Yes, exactly.
You know? So you got to respect Steve Austin standing up for himself, but I guess maybe at Bret Hart, you know, at the same, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
you got to respect that.
From Calgary.
You know?
From Calgary.
As my guy. But yeah, Bret Hart came off as, this is now I'm like, now I don't know who to pick.
Well,
we'll have to see. Like,
we've got a little bit more. We've got a little bit more. So this will probably help with some more flavoring for you, some more oregano and spices. So that promo, and among others, but that promo led to the first match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin at Survivor Series 1996, with Bret Hart actually coming out as the victor. However, this feud with the Hitman is exactly what Stone Cold needed to elevate his position on the card after his King of the Ring victory, and even in defeat, Austin was legitimized in many ways. So over the next several months, as promised, Bret would not be rid of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Most notably, Bret had won the 1997 Royal Rumble in January against 29 other men by throwing Austin over the top rope. However, due to a skirmish distracting the attention of referees, Austin was able to re-enter the match, blindside Bret, and officially win the match for himself. Classic Stone Cold shit.
What happened? Wow. Crazy.
So over time, it was clear that Austin was getting underneath Bret's skin. So Bret was constantly having to look over his shoulder, and Austin had caught Bret matches and titles on a number of occasions. To make matters worse, Bret felt that the WWF was not doing anything to alleviate that problem, and he began lashing out at management during his promos and overall just became more aggressive. So to take matters into his own hands, Bret challenged Austin to a submission match at WrestleMania 13, where pinfalls would not count, and the only way to beat your opponent was via submission. Austin accepted, and the match was made, and to ensure that there would be a fair contest with a clear winner, former UFC champion and the man that ABC Network dubbed the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock, would step in to referee that bout.
Oh.
Do you know Ken Shamrock?
I just love a good referee.
I can guarantee you he's the most jacked up referee we've ever seen on the program so far.
Good. I'm trying to think of a guy who refs in the NFL.
He's like he's ripped to death. I think you could say.
Ripped to death. Yeah.
Ripped to death ref. Hashtag ripped to death. Ripped to death ref. So with this match set on the final Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania, Bret had a WWF Championship cage match set against Psycho Sid, who we've seen a couple times as Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, etc.
On the eve of this match. So we
not quite the week leading up to WrestleMania. So the final show before. So it's not like the night before, but it's like the week before.
Okay.
Yeah. So Bret had a WWF Championship cage match against Psycho Sid, which if he won, that would turn his WrestleMania match against Steve Austin into a championship match. So let's actually take a look at the conclusion of that fight to see what happens with our match we're going to be watching here today.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, a few more moments here with you. Vince McMahon is going to try to talk to a very, obviously, disconsolate Bret Hart.
You've got to be terribly frustrated. Extremely frustrated over what has just happened.
Whoa! Frustrated isn't the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
Oh, we apologize, ladies and
Screw
gentlemen.
me. Everybody screws me, and nobody does a goddamn thing about it. Nobody in the building cares. Nobody in the dressing room cares. So much goddamn injustice around here. I've had it up to here.
We apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody knows it. I know it. Everybody knows it. I should be the World Wrestling Federation champion.
Get him out of the ring.
Everybody in that goddamn dressing room knows that I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. If you don't like it, tough shit. All you want to do anytime you go in the ring is cry like a baby. I tried to go out there and help you, and you threw it all away because you're a loser. It could have been you and me for the championship at WrestleMania, but you blew the whole damn thing because you're a loser.
Bret Hart has snapped. Bret Hart thought for sure he would be the WWF champion. And if there's no conspiracy, Bret Hart, ladies and gentlemen, talking about a conspiracy, there is no conspiracy.
All right, so that's the gist of it. That's the thing.
Okay. All right.
So Ryan, despite Steve Austin's involvement to try and help Bret, Psycho Sid was victorious, and Bret was on.
No, I mean, also, like, you had The Undertaker there. You know, they had two guys. I mean, it wasn't just, you can't just say, like, despite Stone Cold's efforts, shit went the wrong way. Like, both those guys had, like, another guy from the outside.
Right, yes. Undertaker was helping out Psycho Sid. This is true.
Let's be fair and balanced here,
yeah,
all right?
I apologize for my unfair and unbalancedness on occasion. But, so his frustrations with Austin, in case you were not clear on that after watching that little clip, they had reached a fever pitch and he lashed out against Vince McMahon, the WWF, and the fans. So any last closing thoughts on that little clip that we just watched? Any clarification I can provide?
It's like Tom Brady going against Roger Goodell, you know?
It's absolutely, oh man, what a timeless rivalry that is. So, you're clear on kind of everything that just happened and like the story leading up to now.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird. That was.
Were you expecting that from Bret? That level of like he's pissed. He's clearly pissed.
Yeah, I like that. Just the whole thing, like the whole. It was weird, but like if there's a lead up, like let's follow that.
Yeah.
See what happens.
That basically brings us to our match here at WrestleMania, which ultimately the question becomes, can Steve Austin capitalize on the mind games that he's played against Bret Hart in order to defeat him at WrestleMania? Or is Bret going to overcome Austin's mental chess and use his superior technical wrestling to beat Austin one more time? And so that is our match here today at WrestleMania 13. Where is that? I don't actually know off the top of my head where WrestleMania 13 was. Let's find out.
Pull up the data.
Rose, it was Chicago, which we just watched our first Chicago match not that long ago. So this will be our second Chicago match there for you. Any other thoughts, questions, concerns before we get into the thing?
No. Is the match on Peacock?
Match is going to be on Peacock. That is right. I will finish things out. And Ryan, this is probably in the back of your mind. I know we haven't addressed it so far. Ryan's all-time greatest win streak so far has been 6. He is tied with that right now. With another victory, Ryan could set his longest win streak here today. His current record is 30 wins, 22 losses.
I am going to try to go a little early like I have been. It's just better for me. I think it's a better outcome. I think I've been,
mentally you're in a better place throughout the match.
Mentally, I'm in exactly. So, when I call it, just know that I've called it.
Absolutely. The Hard Mark Podcast, the official podcast of mental health. We want Ryan to be in a good spot mentally, featuring his guy. But it sounds like your mind is not set just yet. Even though Steve Austin is your guy.
No, I also am a Bret Hart guy.
Oh, wow. What a revelation.
It sounds like he's been in a couple of my top tens. I loved his interview. That's how you stay calm and composed. That's how you got to bring that. So I have not called it yet. I will call it early, but I've not called it yet.
So we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. Well, we are going to watch that match. We will come back to you with our thoughts on that match. Episode 46. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
That the end could be near. Now let's see how sadistic Bret Hart will be. Right on a knee brace. Right on the knee. Bret Hart now is like an animal, out of control. Hart is trying to break Austin's leg. You know he got it. He's got it on. Austin can't reach the door. The Bret calling from the forehead. Stone Cold Steve Austin continues to resist the pain. These people are standing. Can you imagine the pain that's rushing through Austin's body? Austin may be losing consciousness. Ken Shamrock stopping it right now. That's it. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin paralyzed. Austin is unconscious. Austin never gave up. But he passed out with the pain. Austin is out. And Bret, the Hitman Hart, has defeated one of the craziest individuals ever in the World Wrestling Federation. I can tell you, I've never seen a display of intestinal fortitude like we saw with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who is still unconscious and quite frankly...
We are back, despite Ryan wanting to be back earlier than we actually were. We just watched the match, Bret Hart versus Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13 submission match. What did you think, Ryan? Did you enjoy the match?
No.
What?
I mean...
What do you mean, no?
This is the exact type of match I thought you would fucking pick. Besides, a terrible one, I thought you bring in this match, it's a good match, and then you just make it, you knew where I was going to go. You knew, you could pinpoint where I was going to go midway, and you knew I was going to make a call, and you did that. And I did make the call because I had to. It's where my heart was at. It was where my watched a lot of matches. This is where I was supposed to go, and it didn't. You did this, Eric.
Okay, let's take a step back. So when we recorded episode 1, many, many moons ago, my idea for this whole program, the whole premise of this show was we were going to watch a match per episode and we were going to rank that match in order of your preference. That was my idea. Your idea was to try and see if you could accurately predict the winner of each match. That had never crossed my mind. I don't fucking care about your record at all. So to say that I intentionally set this up so that you'd be fucked over of your 7-match win streak.
Don't try to make yourself look like a good guy. You absolutely did that. You knew where this podcast is going. You brought up my winning streak prior to the match specifically.
Yeah.
Because you
Analytics.
Knew you couldn't handle. No. You couldn't handle me winning another match. You couldn't take that. After last episode, you said no. I'm going to find a match. It's going to be right up his alley. He's going to call it early. You planned this, Eric. It was a great plan. Eric. You did good. But you got me at my own game. And you won, and here we are.
Ryan Murphy, everybody, the Nick D of the Hard Mark Podcast, a true talent. A true talent. Everybody knows that this isn't the case, but it's not the case. Hulk Hogan turned bad guy, late summer of 96. This is now springtime of 97. We're going chronologically, Ryan. I did not fuck you on this. This was not designed to break up your precious little win streak that I couldn't give two shits about.
No, Eric, you can. You do give two shits about it. You don't like when I get cocky. You have to chop me right at the ankles, right at the knee, maybe. You know, like Bret Hart did to Steve Austin that whole match. That's what you did. That's where we are.
You turned your back on Steve Austin well before I turned my back on you, for the record. But let's go to the notes and we can kind of revisit this thing. I am very disappointed. If you allow your emotions to dictate where this match ranks, this is a great fucking match. And if you try and fuck this match over, then you're doing a disservice to your boy Steve Austin. I'm just saying that right now. Let's go to the notes. Let's go to the notes and we can...
Whoa, big fucking words from Eric right there. Big statements.
Yeah! I'm just saying, I'll tweet Steve, I'll TikTok Steve Austin and let him know that this is the Steve Austin match in many people's eyes. This is the match that like catapulted him into being the Stone Cold that everybody knows and loves. Don't do him a disservice. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, let's go to the notes. We watched the match. First thing we saw was the most melodramatic video package of all time. Thoughts on the video package?
I almost kind of forgot about it at this point.
You made the comment that it was similar to an EA Sports video package, which I thought was fucking spot on.
Yeah, I mean...
It basically told the story of Bret Hart, like, being continuously, like, fucked over by the company, Steve Austin going out of his way to fuck over Bret Hart, that sort of thing.
I think if you watch any EA Sports, like, intro in the early 90s, mid-90s, you have to feel that, yeah.
Mid-90s? I don't know what fucking EA Sports games you were watching, but...
What are you talking about, Eric?
That was, like, Super Nintendo. I have, like, Madden 96 for the Super Nintendo right now.
Have you ever played... Okay, maybe mid to late 90s, like, in the 90s, you ever played EA Sports, like, Triple Play 99?
Is this going to be the whole rest of this podcast? Is you just taking every perpetual victim Ryan Murphy, looking for any excuse to just play his little violin?
No, Eric.
Wait, Ryan, hold up. Ryan, I think that I don't want to talk right now because I think I hear some street noise out here in Hedonism 4. What is that I hear? Yeah, I think it's the wambulance.
This is what you wanted, Eric. This is what you wanted to be able to do that. From the time I started this match, you picked... I know you did, Eric. You could say, oh no, man, like, we just want to rank matches. Well, that's all I wanted out of this podcast. That's all we wanted. And then you saw I got on a roll, you fucked me, and now you're here with the wambulance, Eric. That's you waited for that for a long time, but it's alright. We'll move on. I move forward. Just like EA move forward with their, intros, I move forward with my life.
God damn it, Ryan. So, okay, let's go to the notes. There are some points that you just mentioned we will circle back around to. Ken Shamrock is in the ring. He's a very jacked-to-death ref. What were your thoughts overall of Ken Shamrock?
That guy was, just like EA would say, he was in the game. He was always there. Like,
he's very diligent. We made the cut. He was even when they were in the fans, in the crowd.
Like comedically, like you would see them wrestling, and then he would just turn pan the keys right there. Like it's really good. It was really good. That guy, again, I think in the game is the best way to describe it.
Absolutely, and probably the smallest T-shirt I've ever seen on a man. You could see every curve of his body.
As you should.
So Steve Austin makes his entrance. He emerges. The glass shatters. He got the Austin 316 glass. It breaks. Austin emerges. He finally has the classic, iconic Stone Cold Steve Austin theme music that we all know and love. He enters to that. First time we've seen that here on the program. Then after his entrance, Bret Hart gets some pyro. He makes his entrance out to the ring and things get started. Austin immediately tackles Bret as soon as he gets in the ring. They go back and forth, exchanging punches. Pretty quickly, Austin crotches Bret on top of the barricade, the crowd guardrail, and then clotheslines him off. You were mad because Bret Hart was on that guardrail for what you claim to be 10 minutes, but it was in reality like 5 or 10 seconds.
I just sat there. Like, this is the problem I have with, like, wrestling. Like, You can't just sit there and wait for the attack. Like, he was stunned for a second. Like, fine, but like you gotta get up. All he had to do was like lean his body weight. Well, he would have fell off, and things would have been a lot better for him.
Well, he didn't lean off. Instead, he got clotheslined off of the guardrail. They go into the crowd. They were out in the crowd for like a good couple of minutes. It was very hard to actually see what was going on account of the sheer number of people surrounding them throughout this brawl and the fans. There was a point actually where you said this, and you can try and walk it back if you want, but you said Steve Austin has no heart because he didn't throw Bret Hart into the fans. You said he has no heart. You said that from your own chicken lips to God's ears.
I mean, anytime. No, I won't. You think I walk that back?
I don't know what to expect from you. I'm very disappointed in your behavior.
Okay. All right. Well, that's who you got as a co-host. So, I think anytime you don't fully go for it, he walked him up. He babied him up the stairs like in a little stroller, pretty much. He pushed him up the stairs, and they're fighting in a clear. You gotta just take him and throw him in the crowd. That's it. That's all.
That's what you got it. But he didn't.
Don't be a bitch. Throw him in the crowd.
But he didn't do it. He babied him up.
No, he didn't do it.
He babied him up.
Have I sat here and defended Steve Austin at all? I'm upset with him at he gave it.
They go back. They go back to the ring. Bret gets thrown into the ring steps. There was a bit where Austin tries to hit Bret with the ring steps, but he got kicked. He fell over while holding the steps. That was another thing that you got mad about because you didn't realize that Bret kicked him because you're not a very observant watcher. This is also, why you're not good at, picking the winners of matches. Eventually they get back into the ring, throw people into posts, etc. I think really the main thing was the figure 4 around the ring post. I think that's kind of where you started thinking okay, there's been so much damage done to Steve Austin's leg. Austin has got to win this match. I refuse to believe that he's not winning this thing after this.
For sure.
Was it the figure 4 around the ring post when he had the...
It was... I mean, I wanted to make a point to call this match early, and I was confident at that point that I was going to take it. But there was other points where I was also confident he was going to win, but that was probably the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that in retrospect, if you had waited longer, that you would have been able to make the right pick?
Nope. 100. I would have made the even more incorrect pick. I don't know. I would have made them. I guess making my pick later would have been worse.
Okay.
As I had seen more, I gained more data. Right. If I had made the wrong pick, that would have been even worse for me. But I would have made the wrong pick up until the very end of that match. There was no point where you thought Bret Hart's probably going to win. No.
Wow.
No.
That's
zero.
That's not the impression I got during the match. You were keeping it very even keeled until you made your choice.
Initially, I was, but then watching that, there's no point after I had made my decision that Steve Austin was going to win that match that I thought Bret Hart actually. Maybe there was one point where he got kicked in the nuts, that was a little bit, but I still think I would have got Steve Austin. There was a series
of cheap shots, yes.
I've seen so much of cheap shots that turn out in their favor that I was I'll blow it off. It was concerning, but not a huge blow to my pick. But yeah, no, there's no way I would have picked right. No.
Towards the end of the match, so Austin gets thrown into the guardrail. Starts bleeding. He was bleeding buckets towards the end of that match. That was a lot. Not the most blood we've seen. I think the deathmatch episode was definitely the most blood we've seen, but this was certainly up there as far as blood is concerned.
And the way they captured it, you could see the
couple posters
off the blood. Yeah,
a couple poster moments.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see here. The steel chair was kind of used here and there. That had to be some of the better chair usages in a match. What do you mean it wasn't? We haven't seen.
He went for the ankles.
Austin's used the chair in that match too. Bret was on the top rope and he swung and hit Bret.
He did have one where because he so he tried the ankle thing, delayed, and he got hit with a chair. That was about it.
I'm just saying that's one of the better chair usages in a match that we've seen so far. Because we haven't seen a whole lot of, like, what I would say, like, really great... Well, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I think if he had won the match, it would have been the greatest chair move I've ever seen, but, like, you know...
Well, saddle in, everybody, because you're going to get fucking boo-boo-faced Ryan the rest of this goddamn episode. so we've got some steel chair stuff. As you mentioned, so Bret's on offense for a while. Austin's bleeding, and then Austin kicks Bret square in the balls, throws him into the corner, just starts stomping the fuck out of Bret. Eventually, Bret comes back. He locks Austin into the... Oh, it was actually the electrical cord bit where Austin was choking Bret with the electrical cord. Bret picks up a ring bell and then hits Austin with it. And then at that point in time, sharpshooter from Bret. So that's basically the end of the match. Austin tries his best to like power out of the sharpshooter, can't do it. Eventually, he's lost so much blood, he just passes the fuck out. Ken Shamrock calls off the match. Bret Hart is the winner of the match, bringing Ryan's record to 30 and 23, everybody. 30 and 23. He's on a one-match losing streak, in case anybody was curious about it.
No, Eric, this is about ranking matches, all right? We're not, like... this podcast is not to discuss records. That's ranking.
Right, science.
Let's remind the people.
It's about data, science.
It's about data, like... Right.
It's not about wins and losses. There's no winning and losing in science. There's only analytics.
There's only
analytics. So with the match over now, Bret goes back after Austin. And so this is actually where Ryan's internet, or his Peacock, I guess, was cutting out and not working, even though our Skype was just fine. It was weird. But anyway, Ken Shamrock intervenes. He basically like belly to back suplex Bret off. Bret backs off. So now Bret's officially a bad guy because he was a dick attacking Austin after the match. Referees come in to try and help Austin and like bring him to the back. Austin's pissed. He's like, fuck you, I don't need your help. Gives him a Stone Cold Stunner, leaves under his own power. Crowd's all chanting, Austin, Austin, Austin. Right. So now we've got finally the kind of completion of this turn, whereas Bret had been the big hero. Now Austin is this kind of defiant anti-hero, and Bret is the villain that's taking cheap shots and being a dick now. So that's sort of the culmination of this story of the match. Any other thoughts about what transpired here today, Ryan, before we go into the newest segment here on the program, Murphy's Law?
You know, I don't have much to say, Eric. I'm disappointed. I think I would have made the wrong decision the whole way through, but I was committed to my decision. If that like brings, I commit.
I hope that you learned a valuable lesson about not picking with your heart and picking with your brain.
I didn't, Eric. I did not. I did not learn a lesson. I will pick, as I had picked the last 6 wins in a row and lost one match that you specifically picked to be fucking very difficult.
Some of these matches are going to be difficult to pick, Ryan.
No one would have picked. No, I don't think anyone would have picked Bret Hart in that match. I don't think anyone would have. You might have rooted for Bret Hart, but no one would have picked him. Going into it knowing that you fucked me. You fucked me, Eric.
What would you say, just for my own knowledge, what would you say was the main reason why you were so convinced that Steve Austin was going to win that match? Just out of curiosity.
Okay, you want to know, for me, so not knowing kind of what goes on after this, Steve Austin is Steve Austin. Steve Austin is the biggest name in wrestling I know. So a 1997 match against Bret Hart, who is like throwing out some of the biggest cheap shots to this guy. In Chicago, everyone's watching, like, oh man, why are you fucking with his knee? Like, and then he's bleeding all over. Then he's bleeding, right? Like the guy says he's a tough guy, right? But you overcome bleeding. You overcome. It's night. I won't get into it. I'm just saying, like, blood, no big deal for this guy. He's too tough, right? Like, we overcome anything, and then he gets beat on some weird like. I thought he was fully coming out of that move. But I thought this is what carried him into... I get what you're saying. It's a twist. This is where he becomes a good guy. You know, but I thought this is where now he's lost a couple times, right? Like recently.
No, the last time we saw him, he beat Jake Roberts really convincingly.
He lost recently, too, right?
No.
Did he not lose?
We've seen him 3 times.
You fucked me again, Eric, because I thought you had said...
No, so I said that Bret beat Austin the last time they wrestled. Is that what you're asking me?
Maybe that's...
The last Steve Austin match that we saw was against Jake the Snake Roberts, where he beat the fuck out of Jake Roberts in like 5 minutes. It was one of the weirdest matches we've ever seen. Jake Roberts got virtually no offense in. It was literally the whole time Steve Austin beating the fuck out of him. That was the last Steve Austin match we've seen, but Bret did beat Austin back in November before this match happened.
There we go. So... thinking that would not happen once again. I fully expected him to win. I was fully confident. That's what I thought. Like this was gonna lead him to being like a new like wrestler of the era, like type of thing. And
it did. It just wasn't the way that you would necessarily think that was going to happen.
Exactly.
And that's the match. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of wrestling, is that you can't always predict what's going to happen.
But you knew this was going to happen. You knew I was on a 6-0 run, and you picked this match. You did. Yeah, I
had no idea.
Just tell the audience. You tried to pick the hardest match for me to like come up with the. You're probably like when you were like, "Oh, I'm calling early." You were probably like, "Fuck yeah!" Like he's gonna call the wrong guy. Like I know this.
I thought you were leading Bret for a little while, to be honest.
I was a little Bret. I didn't make up my mind. I wasn't fully. I was definitely leaning Steve Austin, but like I had not fully made up my mind. And then as soon as those cheap shots came with the knee, I was like, and I knew that wasn't the. Sometimes there's cheap shots. You know, they don't always come out, but that's fine. The blood, especially, I was like, okay, game over. Even with Steve Austin's little like nut shot, like I still thought I had it in the bag, but I did not.
Well, I mean, you know,
I can accept that L. I can accept that L. It's not that I can't accept that L. It's that I know you specifically picked this match as an L for me. That's what I can't accept.
We needed to watch this match eventually. It's a very important Stone Cold Steve Austin match. I'm sorry it interrupted your little streak that you had going, but you know you'll get over it, pal.
You're just talking shit about my streak like it's nothing.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, if it was 7 wins, then we'd be talking about what a milestone this was. But you know, 6, that's a dime a dozen. That happens all the time. Yeah. Let's get to the newest segment here on the program.
In a world without rules, in a sport where only the strong survive, there's one man who has the guts to lay down. Murphy's Law.
So what's the takeaway? What's the main takeaway from this match?
Get more. I say like stop sitting on the rails. Throw more people into the crowd. Real crowd, not stairs. Like get them into the crowd. Get them into the people who want them there. Throw them in. You know, it's like sitting in the emergency exit of a plane. Like you might get fucked, maybe, but are you? Hey, if you don't want to sit here, just let the flight attendants know.
Can I just, and this is fine. This is all, you know, this can be Murphy's Law. I'm not going to, you know, pick apart your Murphy's Law.
Are you going to fuck me here too, like Eric? Like,
I'm just gonna say, I'm pretty sure every Murphy's Law to this point has been Tiger Dad type of stuff where you're like, they should have done this better. Oh, they could have improved this. Like sometimes you got a compliment sandwich. As a former person that was in charge of human beings that you supervised, I would hope that you would be familiar with the idea that sometimes you got to pepper in positive things that people do well.
This is something you have to change. No, this is specifically a time that like this is something you would do different.
So if Ryan Murphy Jr. was out there playing t-ball, I feel like
you're changing the fucking rules, Eric. Like,
all the advice, all the Murphy's Law you'd be given to little Ryan Murphy Jr. was like, oh, you got to square up to that fucking tee next time. You got to turn your hips, little Ryan Murphy Jr. Like you're not saying, hey, you did a good job fielding. You're not saying, hey, I really liked.
I could say a lot of stuff I liked about. Hey, I like how the ref was fucking all over that shit. Like. All over the match.
So why is it that Murphy's Law? So why is it Murphy's Law? Great refereeing.
Go back and like look at when you created Murphy's Law and look at what the parameters of Murphy's Law was.
Yeah, it's laws about wrestling. Great refereeing makes a great match. That could be a Murphy's Law for this.
No, it was like something you want to change about the match.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here trying to criticize this. I could find 10 things I like about any given match and spit them out. Like, it was something that no.
You're a liar, just like you always are. It is the main takeaway from the match, good or bad. Because again, we were going to be using this for our custom match, so maybe there's something that you like that it's like, hey, that's a good thing that they did.
If there was something that I liked in the match, I would bring it up because it's easier for me to do than something that I hate and have to change. I liked a lot of things about this match. I loved certain things about this match, especially the ref. No.
Let's rank it. Let's rank it. Man, I'm gonna be pissed at you if you fuck this match.
I'm not happy, Eric, right now. Like,
that's your own fault. It's not like I pointed a fucking gun at you and said you have to pick Steve Austin.
Well, you pointed a gun at me and said, "Hey, fuck you with your Murphy's Law." Like, I've changed the rules. Yeah, you did. You did, Eric. You did do that.
Please leave us a review on iTunes stating how fucking just a much of a victim complex Ryan has every single goddamn episode.
It's not a victim.
Along with his social security number.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Move on with our fucking lives.
I have to say, I do prefer salty Ryan to fucking gloating ass dickhole Ryan from the end of last episode. It is my preference.
This match sucked.
Oh, come on.
This match was not.
You don't do your boy dirty like that.
I don't think this match was fun for either of us.
What are you doing right now, Ryan?
Oh, Eric, don't be salty. Don't be salty, Eric. I don't prefer salty Eric. Like,
Don't you? This is the most important part of the episode. This is the only part that I expect you to be a fucking impartial.
I think you're lying about that, too. Like, I think you're full of shit. Like, I think you brought on, like, the win-loss. Like, you probably brought it on, like, episode 4 when you're like, oh, you have a 2-loss losing match. Let's count this stuff. Like, that's probably what you did.
If only there was a way of you verifying all this information.
I did. This is tough. Like, I think I've lost focus, to be honest, to be fair to our viewers. But, like,
I agree.
That's not my fault. Like, someone came on here, wanted to start shit today. And now this is where we're at. Now
I've been in a great mood all day. I've been off work for a week and a half. I feel fucking good.
You were like, let me just fucking start some shit with someone who's been at work for 8 hours. And, I was fuck with them by making this match really hard to pick. And, here we go. Like, this is where we're at. Now you want a great review from me. Like, oh, we'll put it in the perfect spot. This is an important match. Like, fuck you, Eric. Like,
this isn't going to help things. I was out running errands with Heather earlier, and I told her, I'm pretty sure Ryan's going to lose this match.
I have no fucking doubt that's what you said. Like, I have no doubt. Like,
but now you're going to be nice and humble when I see you in person. I don't have to worry about your ego going fucking out of control, like getting all Hollywood on me.
I think this match falls, for me, in the okay category.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, come on, Eric. Don't fucking blow this up and beat your match. This falls in the okay category. What, are you up in the good category? Like, that's the top that...
It's at least good. The very minimum, it's good. At minimum, it's good. But, I mean, it's your pick.
I'm trying to... Okay.
Let Baby have his fucking bottle, but, like, there's no way this is an okay match.
So there was things...
It's a great match!
No, hold on. No. You know what? I'm not putting it in the good section. I am not going to. And there's reasons why. I think I could justify those reasons, Eric. One of them would be one of the first pins that we saw... Not the first pins. One of the first, like, off the ropes, throw the guy into a big move. He wrapped his arm around him like he was like, okay, yeah, now you can carry me in there. That's some bullshit, Eric. Like, I don't respect that about that match.
That happened, like, towards the end of the fucking match, and, like, to hold that as one thing against an otherwise fucking phenomenal match is,
it wasn't phenomenal. Even, like criminal. I said, like, the crowd interaction wasn't that great. They ran up the stairs, like, and did some shit.
That was general. I'm pretty sure that Steve Austin himself says that that's his favorite match he's ever had.
No, he doesn't. No.
I'm almost certain he does.
Steve Austin is not only my favorite wrestler.
Are you really committing to okay?
I'm gonna put it at the reason that I'm gonna put it at 20, the new 21, because I don't want it to be the top of okay. I want it to be one down from the top of okay. That's where I think it belongs. And fuck you, Eric.
What a piece of shit you are this episode. God. All right, new 21. Which is wrong, by the way. That's not accurate.
That's wrong, yeah.
So, like, that match was okay. Like, Steve Austin himself would, like, he would flip you the bird, and then he'd punch you, and he'd kick you in the dick. That's what he'd do.
And then lose? Then he would fucking lose?
He didn't quit.
Oh,
Despite with that...
Yeah, he had to tap out because it was a tap-out match. So
that is a submission.
He literally quit.
As a follow-up from our Wrestling with the Data segment earlier, Ryan did not set his longest win streak earlier, in case that wasn't clear to anybody. So let's...
This is why, like... I feel like this is going to... Yeah, okay, you know what, it's fine.
He's not on a one-match losing streak. Ryan's longest losing streak is it's 5 losses. Let's see if he can hit that, you guys.
It's going to be a rough stretch of wrestling, and I'm okay. I'm prepared to hop in here for this. I am ready for it, Eric.
I can't wait till paranoid Ryan, like, oh, but you probably thought I was going to pick that guy, so I'm not going to pick him after all.
It's going to be a lot to, like, really analyze prior to the match, and I have to get in my own head. I'm going to learn about myself these next few episodes and how I really break down information.
Oh, gosh. It's time. I need to do the thing. Eric's Wisdom Tree. You know, Ryan, we've been at odds for the last few minutes, unfortunately. Not to, I don't like that that's happened, but it's the reality of our situation. Let's see. Do I want to do something to poke you? Or do I just want to do something that I think is funny?
Just be honest. Come from your heart.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fair. You know what? Okay. I got to sit up for this. I can't be reclined for this. This is important. You know, Ryan, I think, you know, it's important with all the trials and tribulations that have taken place here today, that there's an important piece of wisdom. As we saw Ryan struggle with setting a new record of wins here today, he was unsuccessful in winning 7 matches in a row, which is quite a shame. I felt very bad for him. But, you know, you can, as you listen to Ryan make up all sorts of reasons why, you know, everything's not his fault and Eric's out to get him, I think it's important that we all keep in mind, if you want something bad enough, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. And I think that's something we can all learn a lesson from. You know, if your desire is to achieve a goal and you set that goal and you work hard, you're gonna make your way to that goal. I believe in you. However, maybe you don't believe quite hard enough. Maybe you're not putting in the work to get and reach that goal the way you should. Well, you're probably not going to find a way. You're probably just going to find an excuse. So don't be like Ryan. Find a way. Don't blame. Don't play the blame game. Don't go chasing ambulances. Just find a way to achieve your dreams, achieve your goals. Eric from the Hard Mark podcast believes in you.
You sound like a shitty fucking high school assembly, like, motivational, like, coach. That's what you sound like, Eric. That's what you're being right now. You're being a dick. You got paid a lot to shit on, like, one guy in the audience while trying to make it like, oh, like, don't be like that guy. Be better, like. But that's you, Eric. You're being a dick. You decided that's how you want to live tonight. You don't want to say, hey, I think how you made your pick was fair. I think where you ranked it was fair. You want to be a dick. You want to point out the flaws in one person in the audience, and again, try to make yourself look like the good guy, like propped up, standing on top of how I handled my match tonight. That's who you are, Eric. You're just. Did I not make that? Did I make that clear enough?
So yeah, you can either listen to my advice from a pond and printer owning individual, or you can take the advice of a man with 2 bottles of Dasani and a deodorant on his end table. Choice is yours. I'll let you just marinate on both of those hard market maniacs.
Eric, just looking at your background right now, like trying to figure out.
You can either get those 70 grand weddings, or you can just be hanging around naked in a hotel room in Silverwood. The choice is yours, okay? You can either listen to my advice or Ryan's. You're at that branching path. Just make sure you choose the right way. Oh, what a whirlwind. We'll be back for next episode, March 10th. So be on the lookout. We're on the road to WrestleMania, everybody. I don't actually know what next episode is going to be yet.
No, of course not.
I really just needed to make sure I broke that win streak, and now that I've done that, I can focus on other stuff. So we'll see what that'll be. But I don't know. I guess that one may be the in-person one. I guess we shall see. Ryan, anything else you? I'm afraid to ask you this question, but is there anything else that you want to impart to our listeners?
No.
Ryan's over this. I guarantee. I promise. I promise. Next episode will not be this combative. This is among the most vicious I've seen Ryan here on the program. I promise you will get a kindler, gentler Ryan on the next program. He'll sleep it off. It'll be okay.
Sure,
yeah. We'll just take a pause on the Stone Cold Steve Austin matches. I think Stone Cold gets him a little riled up. So we'll do something else next time. But if you're not hard, everybody, get hard. Once you get hard, try your best to stay hard. Find a way. Don't find an excuse, but find a way to stay hard. That's all, folks.
Just like EA would say, he was in the game.